revisiting the Great Emu War of 1932. In modern military history, a peculiar and often overlooked conflict took place in the vast plains of Western Australia. It was a war not against a foreign power, but against a seemingly indomitable, feathered adversary, the emu. The Great Emu War of 1932 stands as a bizarre yet fascinating chapter in Australian history, a testament to the unpredictable challenges of life on the frontier and a source of enduring national amusement. In the years following World War I, Australia, like many nations, encouraged its veterans to turn to agriculture. In Western Australia, a significant number of ex-soldiers were granted land to cultivate wheat. However, they soon discovered that their hard-earned fields were being systematically ravaged by an unexpected enemy. A population of some 20,000 emus, migrating from the interior after their breeding season, descended upon the newly established farms, finding the cultivated lands and ample water supplies a veritable paradise. The emus, large, flightless birds standing up to 6 feet tall, proved to be remarkably destructive. They consumed and trampled crops with abandon, and their habit of breaking through fences also allowed other pests, such as rabbits, to inflict further damage. The desperate farmers, many of them decorated veterans, appealed to the government for assistance. In a decision that would cement this episode in the halls of historical absurdity, the Minister for Defense, Sir George Pearce, authorized a military operation. A small contingent of the Royal Australian Artillery, armed with 2 Lewis automatic machine guns and 10,000 rounds of ammunition, was dispatched to the Campion district in October 1932. Major G.P.W. Meredith was placed in command of what the media would soon dub the Emu War. The initial optimism of the military and the farmers quickly dissipated. The first engagement on November 2nd proved to be a humbling experience. The soldiers, expecting stationary targets, found the emus to be cunning and elusive. The birds scattered in all directions upon the first shots, running at speeds of up to 30 miles per hour, making them incredibly difficult targets for the machine gunners. After the first day, a mere handful of emus had been killed, at the cost of a significant amount of ammunition. A subsequent attempt to ambush a large flock of emus near a dam was equally farcical. The Lewis gun jammed after only a few rounds, and the birds once again made a swift escape. Major Meredith, in his official report, noted with a mix of frustration and grudging admiration the emus' almost bulletproof resilience and their guerrilla tactics. He famously remarked, "If we had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world. They can face machine guns with the invulnerability of tanks." The war dragged on for a little over a month, with sporadic and largely ineffective engagements. The media had a field day with the story, portraying the conflict as a comical mismatch between the might of the Australian military and the cunning of the native fauna. By early December, with only a few hundred emus officially recorded as killed and public ridicule mounting, the operation was called off. The Great Emu War ultimately ended in a decisive victory for the emus. The government, having failed in its military endeavor, later resorted to a more practical solution, implementing a bounty system, which proved to be far more effective in controlling the emu population. While the Great Emu War of 1932 may seem like a comical footnote in history, it serves as a poignant reminder of the complex relationship between humans and wildlife, and the often unforeseen consequences of human settlement. It is a story of underestimation of the resilience of nature, and a uniquely Australian tale of how a flightless bird managed to outwit the military, securing its place in the nation's folklore.